I know Nigerians hate people who fight for them. I know.
That's
our history. What VDM did to someone like Femi Falana also has a criminal route, but Baba chose the civil route, which is the first route. So, and regardless of that, he is still fighting almost every battles. He's still the stubborn man. He's still the man that says things the way they are. He's still the man that has up to like 10 or 15 or 100 cases in court. Did he lie?
People who buy.
But that is bribery.
And strategy.
That is bribery.
This is bribery.
How is it bribery?
Emotional bribery.
How is it emotional bribery?
It's emotional bribery.
So
would you compare the Sowore of today with the Sowore of, let's say, in fact, 2006?
There is no how that it will be, that a man will be, that he will not, the part of him will not be selfish. So
how?
I don't want. It's a civil case. Actually, you can browse it up. It's a civil case. It's not a criminal route.
You said the Sowore of before is not the same as now. Why? Because he chooses his battles now.
And I feel the activism is a way he can run his PR. So let him do it, man. Since he's still using it to benefit us. If that is a PR, yes, that is a good PR. It's better than sharing of racism. No. He did activism in helping Beloved, and he puts politics in it by announcing his interest.
So that means he did activism
to be a president.
He did activism in a political way.
Yes. Which is not evil.
Welcome to another wonderful section of Thinkers Talk podcast. And as you all know, my name is Vixx, and by my right we have
Moorex. You are welcome.
So you're welcome. So last week, in our last session, we started a series on our politicians, and the series is all about unveiling our politicians. Not really unveiling, like maybe they did anything bad that I want to come and expose, but talking about them, teaching people about them.
Yeah.
So that as you are hearing the name of your politicians,
you know
things about them.
Sure.
You know what they have done.
Yes.
You know
things they stand for.
Yeah. So that you can be able to say, you can be able to judge from your own mind and choose a politician when it comes to the time for election.
Yeah.
So that's what the whole series is all about. Learning about your politicians. We read stuff about them and many more. So on this series, the first politician we choose or we want to go with, out of our top politicians in Nigeria today, one of the based on levels, one of the popularity.
Yeah, I don't like to use levels.
No, that's still levels. Based on levels, because Sowore is definitely popular than some politicians, but on presidential level, based on levels,
it's one of the top candidates. Yes, part of the top candidates. The bottom.
Based on levels, that's the top level. The presidential level is one of the least popular people. One of the least person with maybe, I don't want to say experience, but somebody that has not really gelled into the government. Well, we started with Sowore, and people do have different aspects of them, right?
Yeah, sure.
If we want to talk about OP now, we can talk about him as a governor and as a candidate for presidential election. We want to talk about Tinubu. We talk about him as a governor. Tinubu was once accused of drugs. He was accused of drugs.
Lame accusation.
I'm not the one that said it.
Accusation that is not proven.
Exactly.
Just an accusation.
He was accused. So if you want to talk about him, we can talk about that aspect. Talk about his governor.
Talk about him as a businessman.
Talk about him as a businessman.
As a political fighter.
So he's a lot of things. So now, down to Sowore, the two angles we can talk about Sowore, that is the two parts that we have known him for, is as a politician. As an activist first, then a politician now. And last week, we were able to talk about him as a politician, talked about he has not yet held any office, so we don't have anything to talk about his time as a candidate for anything. But then we'll talk about his political career and all that. And today, we'll be jumping straight into Sowore as an activist. That's what we'll be talking about today. Sowore as an activist. So we have based on history, we have known that Sowore has been an activist for a very long time, from his time as an SUG president. We are made to believe that he fought He was part of many revolutions then that fought against bad government, fought against,
military.
He was a rebel or part of a rebel, and has been doing that ever since till now. So, as you all know, I am the host and he's our speaker. He's the speaker of the podcast, and so I'll be asking our speaker today questions about Sowore. So the first question I have here is, what do you have to say about the previous activism of Sowore and the motives behind it? Okay. Let's say, let me brand that question. Let's say we want to talk about him now, starting from today or yesterday till the 30 years ago that I made to believe that he has been an activist. What do you have to say about his activities as an activist, and if there are motives behind it?
Okay, thank you. Last time we talked about his political ideology. Now, okay, we want to delve into him as an activist, which is his first characteristics. Okay, he has had a singular political ideology and a singular activism from the day he started activism till date, according to the knowledge that we have out there about him. Now, let's go back to memory lane a bit. He started his activism under the SUG, that's the Student Union government of the school in Unilab. So he started his activism towards the late 80s. When Nigeria was having a struggle between the military rule, shifting it back to democracy. So that was when he started his activism, and that was like one of the most crucial activism points or period in Nigeria, when we had the likes of Fela Anikulapo, Gani Fawehinmi, Falana, and the likes of them, who were doing strong activism in Nigeria. So I would say probably he used snatch from those people's tune, because we also see on the long run that he later had some relationship with those people on the long run. So he started his activism then as at the late 80s, whereby he fought against militarization, he fought against anti-democracy, he also fought against the abuse of power in the school against students. So he fought against those vices. Then you can see that since then he went on, he fought alongside Abiola during the June 12th, I think that was 1993. Yes, he fought against the military annulling an election that would probably say is one of the freest and fairest election in Nigeria history, if not the only free and fair election we've had in Nigeria, according to some claims. So he fought alongside Abiola. There's something we need to know that he has also come out to debunk. He was not part of the Abiola's party. He was not part of the Abiola's party, but as a student union and a protester, and somebody that is fighting for democracy, that somebody that is anti-militarization. So he saw the Abiola's ideology similar to his, and this is what I stand for. I don't want militarization. And this party came up, said they want to collect the party from military rule and give it back to civilian. So we have similar ideology. So something aligned them, which was the ideology of anti-militarization of Nigeria, or the demilitarization of Nigeria. So that was the reason why you would see him with Abiola protesting during the June 12th and after the June 12th saga. So that was that, just to clear that part. So moving forward after that, we see him traveling abroad, then creating what we know today as Sahara Reporter. He created that, if I'm very correct, I think that was 2006. He created Sahara Reporter. Sahara Reporter was like a watchdog. I used to call it a watchdog of politicians. So it watches politicians when how they manage the government fund. And Sahara Reporter is there, has exposed a lot of financial frauds in Nigerian politics. Even when he was not in Nigeria, he still had Nigeria in his mind there, because we saw a lot of people that they were heavy protesters. When they made money, they stopped protesting. I'm sorry to use this example, but like our president now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was like the Sowore before Sowore. Like I used to always say, he was an heavy protester. He protested during Adeco. Those times he protested. He fought also. But after Baba entered power, gained money and stuff, you know, he you understand me? So that kind of thing. But somebody like Sowore traveled abroad, but still had Nigeria in his mind. Remember, when I was talking about him as a politician, I said the reason why I like him is because his politics is Afro-based, which can be proven. His AAC group, his AAC party is an Afro-based party, because the party is based on Pan-Africanism. All the party ideology is based on African ruling Africans, without interference and without the misuse of power. So that has always been his thing from day one. So Sowore political activism is something I can call a singular and one-directional motive activism. An activism that started by something and continue by that same thing for over 30 years.
That was a really nice one. But before we continue, one more question.
Okay.
You see all these things you have said about Sowore,
yeah,
were his doings in the past.
Okay.
You know, activities in the past. That is his CV.
Yeah.
His resume.
Yeah.
Would you compare the Sowore of today with the Sowore of, let's say, in fact, 2006? Okay. Let's not enter 1990 now. Let's say from, in fact, 2006.
Okay. Under Buhari, Sowore went to prison
in 2019.
That was just still recent. That was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
So he is still the Sowore of then. Now, there is one adage in Yoruba. Yoruba used to say, "Teyan ba dagba, o ma yogun ja." That is, when somebody has grown to some certain age, he starts fighting, he starts picking his battles.
He starts picking his battles.
Why? Because he has fought so well and he has sustained a lot of battle scars that will not make him want to like fight some battles again. So he starts fighting carefully. So that one is normal human nature.
So are you trying to say that's what he does now?
Now, because he's now a politician. Then he was just an activist fighting radically. But now he's now a politician. So you expect him to be more tactical, to be more diplomatic in some of his approaches. But to choose his battles. And regardless of that, he is still fighting almost every battles. He's still the stubborn man. He's still the man that says things the way they are. He's still the man that has up to like 10 or 15 or 100 cases in court. He's still the man that appears in court every weekend. So he's still fighting and he's still active. The only thing is, I think by time or with time, he has become more diplomatic and he has learned more things, and which is normal. You expect him to gain more experience, and you don't expect him to start throwing himself about the way he's doing when he was 20, when he was 25. The man is now over 50. So body will tell you now.
Okay. When we say throwing himself,
yeah,
like in what sense? Because is it throwing himself like jumping into cases?
No, he's still throwing. Physical throwing is what I'm talking about. Physical. He still jump on every case. Actually, okay, there's actually no trending case that has to do with maybe oppression, or that has to do with anything that negates the human right that this man does not jump in. There is none. Go and check it. None.
No trending.
None. Like none that he has not jumped in. None. Look at this Justice Clark case. Justice Clark is an obedient. He's one of the people that abuse the Sowore himself. He abuses him before he cooks him. But he's one of the people that fights for the guy mostly. In fact, they have wanted to detain him because of this Justice Clark issue. That is not even his fan. So he's still fighting. Active Babashu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have talked about his activism.
Yeah.
What about the motives? Oh, that's the most important part. Because if I would say, let me make an opinion.
All right.
I do feel like now
Okay.
Because like you said, the Sowore of before is not the same as now. Why? Because he chooses his battles now, right?
Yeah.
But before you choose a battle, there's always a motive. The reason why people choose what to fight and what not to fight is because of outcome. If I follow this place, I will suffer, nothing will come out. But if I go this way, is the outcome. So would you say those fights he chooses, are there motives behind it? And if they are, you will say why they are. If they are not, you say why they are not.
Okay, we can only allege.
Allege.
Now let's go back to why he started activism. He started activism as a student to fight for fellow students. Then he graduated to fighting for Nigerians. So the motive behind the open, let me use that word, the open motive behind Sowore activism has been freedom and revolution.
That means he's a freedom
fighter. That is the open motive behind his revolution and behind his activism. Now, if we are now talking about, let's say now that is a politician, let me tell you one fact now. There is no how that it will be that a man will be that he will not, the part of him will not be selfish.
Will not be selfish.
Yes. There is no how I would want to think about people, grind for my bro, do everything for them, that I would not be selfish. I still need to be selfish. Being selfish is not a bad thing. Being selfish is thinking about yourself and thinking about what you gain from things and what, like, how people perceive you, your own perception also about yourself. That is being selfish. Now, about picking his battles, maybe the fight he jumps on now, the trends he jumps on now, maybe there are motives behind it. Yeah. There are some people that allege that he jumps on all these things to win people to his side.
Yes.
So that people will feel like, oh, this guy fights for me. Somebody said, yeah, the reason why he's fighting for Justice Crack is that when he releases Justice Crack will start campaigning for him. Now, I now ask those people that, okay, what of when he was fighting against the military? Was he fighting so that Abiola's son would be his friend? That is it. We don't know. We can only talk about the open. And the open is, he has always been a freedom fighter. And this fight that he's still fighting is a freedom fight. So if there is motive behind it, there might be. Because he's also a politician, he needs to gather popularity. You know, he needs to gather favor from people. He needs to gather good opinions from people. You know, he needs to present himself well to people. He needs to package himself. Because he does not even have people that are packaging him. Someone that will be now, he has people that are packaging him. Baba Tinubu has people that are packaging him. But this guy does not even have anybody that is packaging. So he's running his PR. And I feel the activism is a way he can run his PR. So let him do it, man. Since he's still using it to benefit us. If that is a PR, yes, that is a good PR. It's better than sharing of rice. My bro. That kind of PR is better than people who share rice. People who share malt and gala. It's better than them. So that is a good PR, my bro.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now that we have talked about his previous activism history and motives.
Yeah.
Now let's bring the whole thing now to our current situation. You know, like recently, like of late, of really late, he has been really jumping on trends, trending issues, trending topics. For example, he recently jumped on a trend between VDM
and Billard. Okay.
Also, he jumped on a trend that is concerns this Tony Elumelu.
Yeah.
When he arrested somebody that posted fake news about him.
Which I did not support. Yeah.
He jumped on it and he was defending
those people.
The person that was arrested. That's the suspect now.
Yeah.
So now, what do you have to say about his involvement? Starting with, let's use these two cases to end the show now. Okay. Starting with Billard and VeryDarkMan. Okay, that Billard and VeryDarkMan case, right? People believe that, like I said, people believe that the reason why he jumped on it was because he wanted to announce his 2027 his aspiration for the 2027 election. Okay. But then he can't just announce it quietly. He needs the spotlight. Yeah. And that Billard and VeryDarkMan case then was one of the most popular, if not the most popular case as at when it was happening. Okay. So what do you have to say about his involvement in that case?
Political strategy.
Political strategy.
Yeah, is a politician. One attribute of a politician is tactics. How to be tactical and how to use opportunities.
Okay.
Let me give you an example. Donald Trump, he used the opportunity of LGBTQ
To campaign. Yeah.
He used the opportunity of save the Christians to buy favor from the whole world. Is he saving the Christian? No. Is LGBTQ not still running in America? No. Let's be honest with ourselves. Actively. So I feel as a politician, you need to know tactics. You need to know when to seize opportunities. So if people, Ratels, people, okay, if people say that he used VDM and Billboard issue as a PR case to announce himself to the masses that he wants to run for an election, I think it's their opinion. Why is that? The first question they need to ask themselves is, in the Billboard and VDM case, was there no reason for an external intervention? There was. There was.
Okay.
So,
and what was the exact reason for an external intervention?
Not granting of bail was a reason for external intervention. For detaining somebody for so long for a civil case. That is the reason for external intervention.
The case was not presented as a civil case.
It's still a civil case. It still ended as a civil case.
So
since
it didn't start.
Now this is something. If a case has a civil phase and a criminal phase, it is supposed to be pursued as that is even a civil case. Let's even forget that is a civil case. So I don't want. It's a civil case. Actually, you can browse it out. It's a civil case. Is that a criminal route? What VDM did to someone like Femi Falana also has a criminal route, but Baba chose the civil route, which is the first route. So the fact that it has a civil route and the fact that Billboard has the right to bail and he is still in detention for like 1 week, 2 weeks, obviously demands an external intervention, which he did. So does the case permit someone else to jump on it? Yes. Was it someone else that jumped on it? Yes. After jumping on it, did he seize that opportunity to announce himself to people? Yes. So
he's just being a politician.
He's just being a politician. So that to me,
instead of an activist.
No, that is being an activist and a politician. He did activism and he informed. No, he did activism. No. He did activism in helping Billboard and he puts politics in it by announcing his interest
to be a
politician,
activism,
to be a president.
He did activism in a political way.
Yes. Which is not evil.
But neither is it good, is it?
It is good because he helped. Yes, because he helped a man out of detention. He helped a Nigerian. That is good.
To me, that is him just being cunning.
How is that cunning?
Yes.
Did the man not leave the place that he was?
That is just being.
Did the man not? He did not. Wait. Let's answer a yes or no question. Did he help a Nigerian out of detention?
Yes.
Yes. Is that a good thing to do?
What if you check?
No, now. Is that a good thing to do?
If you check,
is that a good thing to do?
Yes.
Fine. He helped a Nigerian out of detention. It is a good thing to do. That is 2 years, right? Now, him announcing his interests for 2027 election, is it something we do not expect? It's something we all expect. We knew at a point he would start it.
Apart from the fact that it's something we expect and all that, my point is that him still being cunning.
That's not the cunning. That is using. That is. He is a politician. It's not that he's being. He is a politician.
He's not different from other politicians.
How?
That's what
How? Did he buy rice? Did he lie? Did he lie? Did he lie? Did he lie?
People who buy.
But that is bribery.
A strategy.
That is bribery.
This is bribery.
How is it bribery?
Emotional bribery.
How is it emotional bribery?
Emotional bribery.
So me helping. Wait. I want to understand. Wait now. I know. Wait. I know Nigerians. I know. No. Wait now. I know Nigerians hate people who fight for them. I know. Our history has proven. VeryDarkMan does not fight for Nigerians. He fight for himself. But he fight for Nigerians sometimes too. I won't lie though. I love the man. I don't have any issues against him. But I'm not his fan. But I don't have any issues against him. Like for example,
let's continue.
you understand me? So, but Nigerians hate people who actually fight for them. That's why I used to think most of the time that it's not even worthy defending Nigerians. Because how can me come outside now to look at, okay, these are two young guys that are doing well, fighting each other, they've been petty against each other, and nobody expected VDM of all people to sue. That was the last thing I expected. I always see him as a tough guy. So I never expected VDM to sue on any issue. In fact, someone like VDM, I rate him to the extent that if you catch him for streets, you beat him, like you bust in face, he go come your house, come beat you back. Now the kind of person I explain me, I see him as like, I'm not saying my own perception of him. Like I see him as a tough dude. Because the fact say he meets Mr. Jolong inside play, he follow and go man for man. That's toughness. Me, I see him as a tough. So I was not expecting him to sue. So he sued. Fine, it is legal right to sue. That was not the bad thing to do. But at the long run,
he sued based on criminality.
At the long run, the fact that he could come out to own up to it, to do some things, to do some that is his own way, which I may not like, but I can't control. It is also the way he does the thing. So when I also has the way he does the things that I may not like, but I can't control. Everybody have the way. Some people don't like the way I speak, but they can't control it. You understand me? So that is his own thing. But now, somebody is in detention 1 week, 2 weeks. You are only not to. He's going to spend his time there. He's going to like you've done something good to a fellow Nigerian on both of you having petty issue. So somebody else who is an elder who has a track record for doing such, who did such for you. The same VDM when he was in detention, he fought for you. So it's not like he has never fought for you before or this thing. He has fought for the same you before. When you overtalk, enter wahala, he fights for you. He talks in your right to express yourself. Okay, now, B-Lord committed an offense. Fact. He shouldn't have done that. He overstepped his pettiness. Fact. But that case should have been settled. Yes, make him pay fine, make him put the name down. Let's bury the agents. Let the court tell him you should not repeat your own name back. Easy. That is a sign of somebody who do not want to oppress anybody, but who want to correct a wrongdoing. So keeping B-Lord, listen to me. Keeping B-Lord in detention for so long for a civil issue demands somebody to say, okay, let's stop this thing. He's an elder. He can say it. Okay, let's stop this case. Let's discontinue this case.
Was it the right way to do it?
There's no right way. There is no right way to do activism. We do activism. There is no best way to do activism. There is no best. Was NSAS protest? There was NSAS protest the best way to stop SARS?
No.
But did it work?
How did it work?
It
worked.
That is it. That is why I tell you that in activism, there is no best way.
If people know a better way,
there is no better way.
There is a better way.
You face issue the way they come. That is how to do activism.
Okay, how did this one come?
This issue came in the sense of oppression to him. That is his perception of it. I can't fight his perception. We may not see it as oppression, but that was what he saw it as. And he fought it like somebody trying to oppress another person. And my own point is, listen to me. That is why I said it's his own perception of the case. Everybody has the way they saw the case. You may not see it as oppression because you can be proven that it's not an oppression, and you can also prove it that it's an oppression. So there is double-faced. So you understand me? So I won't blame him for his approach, because that is his part. That is even a lenient approach. He has more crazy approach than that. If you look at his strategy, yes, he has had crazy approach
that he would have done. That I think he would have done than that.
Somebody like this thing, he may have gone to that prison yard, carry boys there, say, oh yeah, they should bring him out today. That is kind of somebody that somebody
like they used to arrest him.
And yes, that is what we need in Nigeria. Yes, that is what we need.
He can't even do that.
But yes, not today.
He can which one? He can't
not
do that.
Today.
Because
go study about
this one was arrested for a crime.
Baba not today.
He was arrested for an offense.
Let's do that. So what me I'm saying, sir, is that he is somebody who is sensible enough to see that, okay, I've done this thing and people are appreciating me for doing this. There are a lot of people that are appreciating me for doing this. This is a best opportunity for me to tell these people that I want to contest for their presidency. What is bad in that? It's like me now having money. Then in my area, I've been doing good things for my area. Then I just got one big money. Then I said, okay, my area already have one transformer. Then I bought another transformer for them. When everybody now have light and everything and they are celebrating, I came back and said, okay, I want to run for councillor in my area. It's me seizing opportunity of a good deed that I did. Yes! It's me seizing an opportunity of a good deed that I did. The fact, he has not been jumping on issues of such before, I would say he bribed people. But
Bribed
people with that case, if it was somebody like Peter Obi that did what he did, I would say he's trying to bribe people, because on a good day, issues are happening, he will only post it. That is the peak he will do. Post it on the social media handles, or maybe visit an affected place, give them money. You understand? That is things he does, and I love that about him. He gives. He's a giver. I love that. I love that about him. But him now jumping on this kind of issue is not something he does. Now, if it was somebody like him that did this, I would say he's trying to blackmail people. But because Sowore has been doing that, he has even done that to one of the party before. So it is his thing. He's just somebody that sees an opportunity that, okay, this thing I do, people love it. For once, people love my job. Then he use the opportunity to announce himself to them.
The idea of this whole discussion is the motive.
That is, the motive was to release Billord. He released Billord. He saw it as an avenue, and he used the avenue. No. That is not evil.
The motive was to announce himself.
Okay, if that was the motive, I feel if everybody has a motive and they do good to get to that motive, Nigeria will be better today. If Tinubu has a motive of running for an election, next election, and it makes Nigeria better, it makes us end better, it makes everything better, that is a good motive of blackmailing me to vote for him in the next election. Not giving me rights.
But he's not doing it.
That is what I'm saying. But somebody has just done good to somebody to explain, to declare himself. You are saying he's having a motive. If Tinubu's motive, I'm telling you, if Tinubu can repair Nigeria and use that as a motive for me to vote for him to the next election,
you can't call that a good.
How is not a good?
How is it?
Because you are an Atel.
It's not because I'm a Ratel.
How is it not a good?
How is it a good to you?
Saving a Nigerian from prison is not a good.
Who are you saving? Billord, how?
Yes.
How?
Why not?
Him from under the law or what? Are they saving him from?
That's saving him from detention. He's not from under the law. He's from detention that can be granted bail. Go and search it. Go and search the law. Go and read the law. His case can be granted bail, and they're not granting him bail. He only came there not to discontinue. He said he's going to discontinue it. We know. He said he talks a lot of things. He said he's going to discontinue the case. This and that. But what he came to do was letting this man go home. What he has done, he has not killed anybody. Even people when they kill people, they roam the streets. People when they steal billions, they roam the streets. This man has not done any of this. He should not be in jail for that long. He should be calling from home to come and attend this case. Simple.
Being in jail, was it a sentence? Was it not a detention?
Why detaining him for 2 weeks? Why detaining a fellow Nigerian? Why you this thing can happen to you, you know?
No, look. The thing is, you are viewing this.
We can say, wait, do you know? No. That's
the
Do you know that
a court cannot just invite you to court and send you to
do you know that you can say something on this podcast against someone and somebody will arrest you and put you under detention for that same 3 weeks? How will you feel about it?
But that was not the case. Was it the case?
No, I'm just telling you. How would you feel? That is a similar case. He did something about somebody. I can. Okay, wait. Now, wait. Let's take charges. Now,
there were 3 charges against him.
The one is charges. When you took that somebody's picture up now on the screen, and you talk about the person, you talk about the person. The person can, you know that the person can arrest you for defamation, but you know that the defamation has a criminal route. Now that person now arrest for the defamation, wants to follow the criminal route, now detain you. Even if it's a criminal route, you still have the right to bail. Go and check it.
I'm not saying he does not have the right.
What Sowore was fighting against was not him suing, was this guy staying in prison for over 2 weeks. See, this is an issue between two supposed friends. I see Billord and VeryDarkMan as friends, because if they're not friends, they'll not be doing all those things to themselves. So issues happen between two friends. It should not go beyond that. 2 weeks, grant this man bail, let him come home. When the court convicts him, if the court say he's going to go to jail, fine. You will never see Sowore fighting that. That is the court convicting him legally. But not you putting somebody in prison. You will not be posting it, and this person is on leave, this person is on this thing. When you can just give this guy bail, let him go home to his children, let him go home to his family. And anytime that the judge is back from his leave, you can invite him back, confiscate his passport, confiscate everything. You can invite him back, then he's going to come and you are going to punish him. It's simple. That was what he's saying. So I'm not saying it from any biased point of view. I'm telling you the way it is. Let's move forward, please.
That is not how it is.
That is how it is.
That is not how.
That is how it is, sir.
I'm saying from a one-sided.
That is how it is, sir.
It's close.
That is how it is, sir.
Let's move forward.
Our viewers, please tell us how it is.
Please tell us how it is. That is not how it is.
But don't be biased when you are saying
this is a one-sided.
Don't be emotional.
This is a
because it can happen to you.
So that is
You that you want to support somebody for detaining people for weeks, it can happen. Don't forget. But was say something on social media about somebody and it can happen to you.
Was it VDM that detained him?
Let's continue.
Was it VDM that detained him? How?
Yes.
How?
He brought the case. He was the one that detained him.
He owns
the case. If I arrest you now, I'm the one that arrested you. It's until you are convicted. That is when the court or the government convicts you. That is when you become the case of the government.
It's not a matter of conviction now.
Bro, let's leave this
issue.
Let's leave this issue. VDM detained him. Let's leave this issue. You and I.
Where's the evidence that VDM detained him? How did VDM?
Go and watch all these videos. Let's continue, please.
How did VDM detain him?
Oh, let's continue, please. He was categorically saying this guy will spend his time. He's showing that he has hand in it. But let's continue, please. I don't want to talk about him. Please, let's continue. Ask your second question. You were talking about
next and final question.
Yes, sir.
Somebody came online to blackmail Tony.
Yes.
He lied
about
him and his family, forged documents, fake documents about his family, something that did not happen.
Yeah, fact.
Which is the same thing that Bilo did.
Continue, sir.
And from nowhere, Sowore activists came from where he came from and started attacking Tony Elumelu, saying he's oppressing the boy. Saying it's because Tony Elumelu used to post his videos online. That's how people even see that. That's how people see him and do that. So what's your own opinion on that?
When you were talking about that earlier, I said I do not support that. Now, I am not a blind follower. When
you do not support Tony Elumelu?
No, I do not support Sowore
involving in this.
Yes. I even made the comment. Yeah, I made the comment. I made the tweet.
Okay, but you supported him involving in
100%.
case.
100%.
But is it not the same scenario we are talking about?
It's different.
How is it different?
Those people are coming for Tony Elumelu unprovoked. VDM and Billard had a saga. Different. Billard only took his pettiness out of bound. Different. VDM wants time to sabotage Billard business. So they have been doing it to each other. So that one is a different case. But these people are coming for Tony Elumelu unprovoked. And one thing that will not make me support that, if we talk about one Nigerian billionaire that supports the youth, supports people the most, it has to be Tony Elumelu. I've not enjoyed any of his grants. I won't lie. I've not enjoyed any, actually. I've tried to apply for one, but on the long run, I lost interest. I've not enjoyed any. But I see people that enjoy it and I'm happy for them. You understand me? So that is one person. Now, him saying he's involving on social media, I don't think I don't like to use the word makes sense, but I don't think that makes sense. Because if he does not do that, we will still be the one to condemn him. That because he's rich, that is why he's classing himself. So person who can't class himself again can't be crime. I've said this thing before that. You see this freedom of speech. We land so many people in problems. In fact, should land so many people in problems. Because I feel in Nigeria we are abusing it. Somebody will just come, take camera and start raining curses on the sitting president. I'll just be like, this is the president of your country, oh. Either you like him or not, he is the first citizen of your country. And you are saying this. You are saying this because of you are supporting another politician that can go and join that same president tomorrow. You will now look like Mumu. You will come be like the fool. That's Obi, or that Sowore, or that Kwankwaso, or that Atiku that you are supporting, that because of them you are abusing this man, you are swearing for him, you are swearing for his children, you are swearing for his family, you are swearing for his supporter. Tomorrow, they will eat in the same place. You will look like you are the Mumu. I used to say in Nigerian politics, the citizens are the fools.
Of course.
Take it. In Nigerian politics, the citizens are the fool. If Nigerian politics is a game, the citizens are the game boys. We are the chess that they are playing.
You are the one they play.
Yes.
I mean, we are
the game that they play. If Nigerian politics is a game, the citizens are the game that they play. So that is that kind of stuff. So you don't just come out because you have right to your opinion. you just come out and start dissing things that you are not supposed to say out about somebody, start saying the person does not have his own children. If it was your own family, your own papa, now one person come outside, talk, say no be born you, how would you feel? Now you are saying because this man is a billionaire, does this man not have emotions? His children, you don't pity them. What if this man did not do anything about this issue? He can't reach, we may say he may live so long, and he does not live so long. Maybe he can't die, maybe by 80, 90, he can't die. In children now, won't come outside. One person will go carry that and come outside, say, no be your papa born you. You go argue and they go talk, say, when people talk, why your papa no fit debunk am? So it's something that can, cause issues, bigger issues in the future. If it destroy the man family, if it destroy the man home, the way children are today. Is that all these rich children, all these Gen Z? If you carry poison now, go drink, saying you open social media, you say, they don't say no be your papa born now. You understand this kind of thing? So think about people's emotions before you come out, because you want chase clouds, because you want rage bait, because you want make people, you get. Now, I see one thing that people do on the media space. They will look like, okay, who is the villain currently? Now this person be the villain. Okay, they'll come talk bad about them, so that people go, they like them. Say, are you the good person? Are you be this and that? Are you be this?
Exactly what's my opinion.
So now waiting, most people, even this Justy Crap, I'm sorry to say it, there's some things he did that he overdid, that he was not supposed to expose.
That he was supposed to be arrested for.
Yes, that I was supposed to be arrested for. The only problem I have, I used to say it. One, I think maybe I'm going to look for that tweet and give it to you so that I can add it to this podcast that I tweeted recently. I was talking about police arresting people. There was one video I saw on Twitter. A policeman was arresting a student. Then the other student joined. They were fighting the police, pushing them and stuff. So I made a comment that said, I don't get why people get unnecessarily aggressive whenever they see uniform men. That I understand that Nigerian uniform men may act out of proportion most of the times. They overdo things, they misuse their power, blah 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 blah. Yes, they do that. They've done it to me severally. Me that they talk. I come from my house and 174 battalion, the neighbor. So I sabi uniform men. When I sabi how they take, you get. My area starts run away. I sabi. She understand. But there is one thing I learned. When an officer man stops you to check you, you stop respectfully. You let them to their job. You don't start questioning them. Why you stop me? I carry anything. If you carry gun, how they go take no?
If they not search you.
If they not search you. With the rate of crime in this country, police supposed to search everybody. Yes. 8 me for this. Police supposed to search. I was coming to the office. That was on Saturday. So I carried my sister. We reached that Sahara Road. Those police stop us. As they want to stop us, she don't want to talk. I tell them, wait till you want to talk. Relax. It's their job. As those people stop us, I came down. The man said, first shake me. Say, shake me now. Good morning. I shake him. Say, good morning, sir. How you doing? Say, I'm doing well. Say, I want to search you. I say, you free. Before I start to search me, I come on my ID card. Show him. This is my job. I'm going to the work. This and that. Immediately I showed him my ID card. He told me, go. Immediately, he gave me my bag back. You understand? Because I don't get anything to hide. I gave him my bag. I carry my bag, give him. Come on my ID card. Come show him. Before I start to the search him. So if you don't have anything to hide, you understand? You don't need to be unnecessary. So as he stopped me like that now, yeah, I was like, no, don't start. Yeah. That's why I say most of the times the way we do activism in Nigeria, back to somebody like Sowore too, their approach, we should not copy all their approach. Sowore, BDM, the likes of them. There are some of the approach that they do that they are the only ones that can do it. Leave out for them. You get inside and try to talk. VDM now will come as and insult some kind high rank person. No try. Leave out for them. You understand? You know what you don't chop.
You go sleep for that.
You get. You know what you don't chop. Belly full before you talk like that. So you now we can't go talk like that. They can't arrest you. You can't say VDM talk and they don't arrest them. You know you got fathers. You know people where you get for back, or you know people where you get it to.
The constant justice.
Justice for Joseph. So you understand? So
constant justice.
So I think the snatch that we use from all these people, we are getting it really, really wrong. We become unnecessarily aggressive because we want to be radical, because we want to be an activist, because we want to be like Sowore, because Sowore go Ministry of Defense, you go bullshit soldier, you go carry camera go there, when they say me they no carry camera enter, you go carry camera go there, you too you won't do. No, let's apply wisdom, let's apply sense. When you get to a place, I've gone to the bank once, and I was chatting with somebody, like, where are you? I just took a picture, like, I'm at the bank, and one of the security came, like, take this picture down. Immediately, I told him, sorry, sir, and I took it down. I don't even argue. I don't argue because I dey in office space. I don't know if that is their law. You understand? I don't get any, but since is a uniform man there, and he told me, I deleted it. You don't need to. You get. I say, why can't am I not your customer? There's most of the time that even the victims are at fault of what they are victimized for. Somebody like Bilod. You understand me? You know, I mean, I will tell you the truth. Somebody like these guys that Tony Elumelu is arresting.
That's Sowore.
Partially just the crack. Some of these people are actually, you know, but what we are fighting for is illegal detention, unlawful detention, and a prolonged detention. That is what I feel people like even Sowore are fighting for most of the times. That okay, this person don't do wetin you do, una don arrest am, punish am, make you dey go. No go put am for prison till they go kpai am, because Nigeria has had that history of putting people in detention till they die.
Yes.
Nigeria had the history of keeping people in detention for 10, 20, 40 years without any court sitting. You go to the prison, watch videos. Some people go talk say they never appear before judge. Ask them how many times how many years they will tell you 15 years, 10 years. So that is why many people act defensive when they say they arrest person. You know, they take 2 days, 3 days, they never do anything on you. So I'm begging our judicial system to be more fair to the citizen and make sure that their laws and their verdicts are passed accordingly and without violating the human rights of the citizen, regardless of any offense that he might have committed. That is my submission.
Nice one. So we have had an amazing section today, and I'm really impressed.
Thank you, sir.
So, and these things like this, matters like this, is why we come up with this kind of topic that says unveiling our Nigerian politicians, because you need to know a politician from the front and back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that when he's doing something, you can be able to tell that okay, this thing is doing is out of a particular motive.
Yeah.